Yo, hello everyone, I am Jack the Jack of Knaves, and welcome, back to Minecraft Crash Landing. So, today we have a couple objectives in mind. Namely, I want to go back to the city, because as we found in, not this quest, but we're going to work on this later, for the under pressure, to build upgrades, we need, potions. We can't make potions unless we have blaze rods, so we're going to go to the city and attempt to do that. Also, we'll take a look, see if maybe we can pick these up somewhere. If not, then either at the end of this episode or next episode we will put these together so we can automate that process. I got a couple things here. There's a couple things I want to bring with me to the place. The first one is I want to bring a golden lasso. And the reason why is because a golden lasso, basically what it does is you can right-click a mob and you capture it, and then you can transport it anywhere. So I want to see if we can grab a blaze, so that when we set up like an auto spawner and stuff like that, we can have our own blaze spawner here instead of having to run back and forth. And then I want to build a glider, and I don't know if it actually makes a difference if I do it like this. No. So I have 2 glider wings and a stick, and that gets me a hang glider. Now this is my first time using this, but theoretically if I jump and right click, oh, I fly! Oh my god! Oh, that's really cool! Oh, whee! And if I right click, I drop. Ooh, this is so fun! Oh, so fun! Whee! Oh, and I think if I held it in my hand, yeah, I look like a goof. Look at me with my hang glider. Ooh, I'm so cool walking around with a hang glider. Ah, I can't walk like this. Ah! That's enough of that. Okay. So let's drop off a couple of our things. We don't need this, or this, or this, or that. Actually, I do want that. I'll just keep this, I guess. Unfortunately, I can't seem to find my stronghold chest. What was that for? Good. So that's a real bummer. I don't know if I might have left them there. And if that's the case, then we'll just go get them. Let's come on top of that hill and then jump off. Theoretically, if I made a jetpack, we could use the jetpack and go super duper far. But I did not make a jetpack. Oh, that was close. So we need to go that way. So let's click, and yeah, it didn't really work. Let's just, for the sake of this, I'll tear this down later. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this will either kill me or be fun. Jump, wee, fly. Ah, this is so fast. Wee. What the heck? That's really weird. And we're here. Whee! Alright. Well, enough of that. I thought it was going to work better. Maybe when we leave, we can leave by means of climbing on top of a building or something. Until that point, we're just going to have to do this hop run down the road. Thankfully, well, hopefully, it's not too far. There it is. There's our little cottage. Our home away from home, as it were. Well, let's see if I had the foresight to leave. No. So they're just gone somewhere. Okay. Alright. We'll just, excuse me, leave that there. I think we've got time, so that's not a big issue. So, we're going to come in here, and I want to see if we can find some blazes. So let's keep an eye on the mini-map and see what spawns. We can also hop into these rooms here and see if we can find anything worth finding. Because a lot of these office buildings have like chests and whatnot. I mean, they also have spawners, so we have to be careful. Yeah, there's already like a whole ton of zombies down there. So let's carefully have a look around. I don't see any chests here, so let's go one up more. Hop on top of here. Aha, chest. Yeah, it's empty. I must have already been here. Oops. Yeah, after the one episode in which we... I mean, this will be a good place to jump off, though, so that'll be good. I walked into a couple of these buildings just to see what is happening. Ow. Are you really? Ow. Alright. That's sorted out. Let's check out this one next. Aha, what are you? Skeleton spawner. I don't need you. I need Blaze. What are you? Another skeleton spawner. Ooh. Oh, this is also good because I need books for our grinder. Needle gun ammo and water. Yeah, the water's nice. How much is that? Oh, not enough for a water bottle just yet. Let's break this actually. I don't care about the rotten flesh because, frankly, we don't need it. Alright, I'm not seeing much in here. Anything up here other than the threat of falling? Aha, another chest. We get... Ooh, yellow. I like the color yellow. And beef jerky. Another water bottle. Let's go in this building. Pigman spawner. And break. Ah. Oh, these are supposed to be beds, but not really. Maybe this is supposed to be like a apartment sort of complex. Yeah. Alright. Gotta be careful with more spawners. So far I'm not really seeing any spawns, which is kind of disheartening. Dust, water, cobweb. Get out of here. I'm actually at the point where I don't need to grab the water bottles simply because I've got too many now. Like, oh, it's a cold water bottle. Excuse me. That's cold. That's a normal water bottle. That's a normal water bottle. Okay. We could go up. I mean, even if we're not finding Blaze right this second, there's still some value to be had in searching these buildings, because they do contain items. Or in this case, not. Man, we've just been striking out with this. This has so far been a relatively unsuccessful operation. Alright, so how about this? I will walk around for a bit, see if I can find some Blaze. And if I do, I will resume the recording. Alright. Alright, we have found the Blaze. He's right there. Oh, whoops, I literally just contradicted myself. Okay, that... No. This... Alright, spawn another. While we wait... Ooh, ender pearls. Alright, spawn more. Don't have all day, come on. Come on. Maybe if we back off and come back? Yeah, actually, surprisingly, I... don't know why I forgot. Aha, there we go. Alright, let's go capture him. So theoretically, we run up here and we right-click him. He will get caught in a lasso. Or not. Alright, I guess the lasso doesn't work on these guys. 'Tis a shame. Alright, now we have 3 rods. That means that gets us 1... Yeah, I think that should be good. Alright, let's do our best to get out of here, because that's actually all we really need. And let's see if we can actually sleep our night away. So do a couple more hops, open, close, sleep. There we go. Okay. So we'll despawn all the enemies. So that's good. Or make it so they can't spawn more. Alright. So I will meet you back at the our base / the town of Dust. And we'll go from there. Alright, we are back. So I've been doing a little bit of resource collection, as noted by the fact that there's a big old rubber tree right there. So I think what we're going to do here is we are going to build the first object that we need, the grinder, and then for the rest of the episode we're going to kind of do like a sort of off the cusp sort of building. So the first thing we need here is we need our grinder. And for that we need tin gears, a machine frame, redstone reception coil, books. That's why I need an invar sword. As you remember, a machine frame is the logic expansion circuit with invar electrum and glass, and that is plastic sheets, redstone, and the printed circuit board. Let's get 2 of these. So that's going to be our first item we need. And we have the redstone reception coil. We need to craft ourselves 1 more of these to get our machine frame. And I don't think we're going to do it this episode, but next episode we're going to put together the parts to start automating how to get some of the machine frame stuff, because currently it's a pain in the butt. And then invar sword, and that should be everything in the 2 books. What did I do wrong? Book, tin gear, invar sword. Let's do this. That, okay. Redstone reception coil, 2 books. These are in fact tin gears. That is in fact that. 2 plastic sheets and invar sword. Where's my grinder, man? Plastic sheets, invar sword, plastic sheet, tin gear, machine frame, book, redstone, book. Is it getting upset with me because this is 340.5? How do they want me to make a book? Let's do that quickly, see if that makes it less upset. Because that's the only thing I could really see us having any trouble, is the fact that the ID on the book is slightly different. It's still weird, because it shouldn't be slightly different. In all honesty, it should be the exact same thing. So I don't know why it doesn't. Let's come in here and grab this stuff. Oh, I need some string. Good, I didn't use it all. So let's do, whoops, that. I need 2 blank patterns. Okay, good. I'm glad I got that achievement. It's kind of weird, but whatever, we're gonna roll with it. Oh, need more. See? What's up with the IDs, man? I'm gonna put these books in here. Just do that. That. Blank pattern. Okay, maybe we'll do it like this, so that the books don't try to stack on one another and somehow corrupt one another. I don't know if this is even going to work, to be perfectly honest. This is just me kind of speculating at this point, whether or not this will actually get the result that we want. Alright. Book. Those are the right IDs. Tin gears. Some reception coil, machine frame, invar sword, plastic. Yeah, that was it! The problem was the books. That's so weird. Okay, so a grinder, what it does, it grinds things. More specifically, you place it down. This should be very familiar to... That was a weird light spike. This is very familiar to the harvester that we've seen. You power it, and then it has this frame, and basically what happens is if any mob walks in that area, then it gets grinded up. And then it also gives you mob essence, which is kind of good. And mob essence we'll use for a bunch of other stuff. And then we need a react and dynamo. Excuse me. Alright, so we'll need a couple things. One is the logic expansion card, so we'll need to do that. And then a whole ton of bronze. And then a transmission coil, which is silver. Okay. So this is reasonable. A lot of this we're going to need to come over here and eat our potatoes. Oops, and fallen hole. Okay. Also, I've begun the slow process of automating this. Basically how this works now is this will automatically pump the material in, and I have it set up that only lead can go in here, and so when I throw in lead it will melt, it'll come in here, and then it will get filled up. So now when I come down here, yeah, I've got some lead blocks. I have iron set up too, for right now. I'm going to get all of them. So let's see. First things first, we're going to need our silver ingot. So we'll get that started. And then we're going to need bronze. Let's figure out how we get bronze. Bronze is copper and tin. So let's grab a bunch of that. Tin and copper. And I think it's 4-to-1. Let's do 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I'm not entirely sure what the numbers are based off of each one, but we'll try this and see if that works. There's our one. Let's go get more silver. Dang. Wrong one. I wanted to port in the ingot cast so we could just get our ingot. Fortunately, now there's no way to get that back. I'm just gonna waste space. Alright, let's watch this. We've got our 1 thing of tin and our 4 things of copper. Slowly. Let's just stare at progress bars. This is what I do on my free time, by the way. This is just how this works with a lot of these mobs. Is you stare at progress bars. Okay, that gives us. So I think it's 2-to-1. So I think our problem is actually okay. Well, now we've got a whole bunch of junk in here. Let's get our silver at the very least. Alright, and we can build our coil. So we found out it is in fact possible to get bronze. It looks like it might take a little bit of time. So I might come back to you in a second. Let's first see what happens if this makes like a magically large amount of bronze. Not really. And then we add that. Kind of. So we have more tin than we do copper. So I think it's 3-to-1. Alright. So let's work off that assumption. I'm going to cook up a whole bunch of this. Get 4 ingots of that. Oh, the last thing we need to do before I make a quick cut. I know this is getting kind of long. We need to finish this board that I didn't grab. We have an unassembled board over there. So we need some components. So that means that we need 1, 2, 3 of these. Oops. 1, 2, 3 and redstone, and then we need to make some transistors. Alright, so I'm gonna get all this stuff together, and then I will see you for the last little bit here. Alright, we are back. So let's do the last little bit here. Oops. We're nearly back. We need this. Shoop. There we go, plastic sheets. And redstone. You always think you have enough. You're just like, I got it. I have the proper amount of items, and then you remember that one last thing. Whoops, I don't want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just take 4 stacks of redstone. That is the appropriate amount of redstone that I need in my life. Okay, let's deal with you. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Get out of here. Ow. Look at you floating around, causing a mess for everyone. Okay, so unassembled PCB. Shoop. I've come to realize that this is shapeless crafting, so if we just do that. Printed circuit board. Printed circuit board goes in here like Mia. Do that. We get a logic expansion card, so that's our first thing. The last thing we need to do is make some bronze. 2 of these. Get some gears, and then we just put the gears, the bronze, the card, and the thingy thing, and we get our reactant dynamo. So it generates energy, and we need fluid fuel and a solid reactant. So we would just kind of throw that down there. We would need to pump something in. That something is going to be mob essence, and then we need to put something in here. And I'm pretty sure for the reactant dynamo, if we put in gunpowder could work. Blaze powder also works. And if we use one of those 2 things, then we can generate a whole ton of power. Alright, in the last little bit, let's turn this in. We get a mob essence bucket, gunpowder, and conveyor belt. Well, I can actually show this off right now. Conveyor belts will already have like tons of. The nice thing is this is now complete. So ooh, a new quest. Book. Item. Area. What's this? 1 up. Ooh. And lonely. Ooh. Chickens? These quests are QDS only. Oh. Okay, let's read these quickly. Lonely. You may have noticed a complete lack of native life on this planet outside of the hostile monsters. Luckily, I have a solution. If provided with some mob essence and the correct ingredients, I can create the animals you want. These quests are repeatable. Okay. Oh, so I guess... Cool! I want villagers. And 1 up. You only have 1 life. You die, and that is it. Or is it? With a bit of work and some effort, you can give yourself a second chance if the worst happens. Or even a 3rd or 4th. Note, important, important, important. Oh, do the interaction between sync and environment you must, save and exit your game. Otherwise, the environment loses track of your temperature and heating. Fail to do so could lead to bad things happening. Save and exit and so on. Okay, so we've already seen this. If you die, just save and quit, because otherwise it doesn't blah blah. Okay. Get out of here. Dang guy. Once you've created a new shell, you will need some place to store it for future use. While you can leave it in the constructor until you die, that leaves you vulnerable until the constructor builds you a new shell. Shell storage is a better solution. Simply supply it with a redstone signal of some sort, a lever works, and it is ready to use. Walk in and you can sync to any available shells. Note, inventory, health, hunger, heat, and hydration are not shared between shells. Plan accordingly. Also, if a shell storage loses its redstone signals, the shell it's storing will be lost along with its inventory. Alright, that's not too bad. So we have to figure out how to do a shell storage. And we will look at that. We already have a constructor. So we just need... this is easy, because we already have that from a previous quest. Obsidian we can get tons of. Glass we can get tons of. And iron we can get tons of. Ooh! So let's do that next episode. And then just for the sake of showing you, because I'm sure you're dying to see it, let's do that. And so if we put in gunpowder, and we hit it with a mob essence bucket, aha! See, it is generating power. So the mob essence is slowly going down, very slowly going down actually. This is creating a lot. And we've got gunpowder, let's throw more in. It will generate a whole bucket ton of power. Which is good, because I like bucket tons of power. And then we can set that to be automated once we set up the grinder over there. We'll get more into the... even now, we already have more energy than we know what to deal with. We've got this full. I mean, that says something. Whoops. Alright, but that will be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry I got a little rambly there at the end. But we did manage to create everything we needed. And we have... the components. There we go. Whew. We have the components we need to make ourselves one of these. And so we can start working on upgrades later for that and the turn some quests. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, stay tuned for more.